friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a tag, a board game themed tag that I found on the Table Knots YouTube channel. It's from a while ago, but I just kind of felt like talking about board games, and this is a good excuse to. So yeah, basically it's 20 questions all about board games and my relationship with them, and yeah, let's get into it. So questions are, first question is name, age, and location. My name is Nichols, my age is 30, and my location is Ontario, Canada. Question number 2 is my favorite childhood board games. I played a lot of Trouble growing up. I had the one with the pop-o-matic, so you just press down on the bubble and it popped and it rolled the die for you. So I played a lot of that as a kid. Also played some Sorry. Just real simple games like that. Question number 3 is, when did you really get into the board game hobby? And I think I'd have to say my first or second year of university. My friends and I all moved into an apartment together, well, a townhouse together, and I don't know if we messed up setting up the internet or they were just late, but basically we didn't have internet for 2 weeks. And we were really bored not being able to play video games with each other, so we decided to go to a board game store and pick up a couple board games, and we ended up really loving it, and now it's a total staple in our friendship. We always play board games together, and yeah, that's kind of what sparked it. Question number 4 is, what is the first board game that you purchased? And I think the first board game that we purchased in that time anyways was either Avalon or Coup. Or maybe Betrayal at House on the Hill, and we still have all 3 of them. So, question number 5 is, do I have any hobbies other than board games? I really love video games, I love camping, I love hiking, I love to read, and I like making YouTube videos. Question number 6 is, what is your breakthrough game? I'm not really sure what they mean by breakthrough game, so I'm assuming they mean what game kind of really started my interest in board games and what kind of got me into it, which I think would have to be Betrayal at House on the Hill. That's the first kind of more complicated board game I ever remember playing. That's more complicated than just move around the board and get to your home. And I really love that game, and I still love it. So I think that would be my breakthrough board game. Question number 7 is, a theme that always draws you in. I really love a good story-based board game, so if there's some sort of plot happening, or it has a good backstory to it, so what's a good example of that? Mansions of Madness, there's always a plot going on that you're following along with and revealing as you go. Question number 8 is your favorite mechanics. I think I really enjoy combat mechanics, so for example in games like the Fallout board game, or in Mansions of Madness again, or games like that where you're fighting off enemies and using abilities and making checks and stuff like that. I really like that. Number 9 is, what is a mechanic that you don't like or that you're not good at? And to answer both of those would be lying or bluffing. I'm terrible at doing it. I'm terrible at detecting it in others. Basically, if a game involves lying or bluffing in any way, I'm just toast. Number 10 is, what is the newest game to your collection, and have you played it yet? The newest game to our collection I think would be One Deck Dungeon, which is a card game that I got for my birthday, I believe. And we have played it actually, only very recently, this past week we played it. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It's a very simple, just little card game where you're going through a dungeon and fighting creatures and collecting loot and leveling up and stuff like that. It's a max 2-player game, so it's perfect for Nick and I to play together. And yeah, I recommend it. 11 is your favorite player count. I'm gonna go with 4 or 5. Because I think that's a good sweet spot of having enough people that is interesting, but not too many that it gets confusing. But I also really enjoy a good party game where you play with 8+ people. So it really depends on the game. Number 12 is, what is your board game pet peeve? I'm not sure if this is necessarily technically a pet peeve, but something that I don't like in games a lot is when you are directly pitted against someone else and you're sabotaging them in some way. So I prefer if in a game either you're working cooperation against the game itself, or if you're just kind of doing your own thing, gaining your own points, and then adding up all your points and comparing them to other people's points at the end of the game. So like, for example, Castles of Mad King Ludwig is a good game like that, where you're just kind of like, there's not really any sabotaging other players, you're just kind of doing your own thing, building your own castle, and at the end you compare castles to other people. That's what I prefer. Number 13 is what color do you play the most? I always go for a pink or a purple if it is available. If not, usually like a yellow or an orange. Number 14 is read the rulebook or watch a video and learn. And I choose the secret third option, which is have my husband learn the rules and he has to teach me. Because I'm terrible at reading board game rules and like understanding what they mean. I need it to be explained to me. So I guess I would, if I didn't have my husband, I would choose to watch the video. 15 is favorite snack to eat while playing a board game, and I think it would have to be super simple. Go with some chips, or a nice charcuterie board is always amazing. Number 16 is have you ever been to any board game conventions? And sadly the answer to that is no. I would love to go to one, but I don't really know where there are any locally to me. And conventions are usually kind of expensive, so I'm not sure if I would ever actually go. Number 17 is an unreleased game that you're looking forward to. And I can't say that I really pay attention to upcoming games that much. Usually when I learn about a new game, it's either from just like seeing it on a shelf at a board game store, or like one of my other friends owning it and then me playing it with them. I very rarely learn about games upon their release or before that, so I'm not sure. Number 18 is your favorite thing about the board game hobby. And I think my favorite thing is just how you are kind of like forced to be in the moment and disconnect from like the rest of the world and just focus on what's going on in front of you and being with the people that you're with. You know, getting off your phone, getting off video games, just like hanging out with people that you're with in the moment. 19 is open and punch a game right away or wait until you play it for the first time, and mine is definitely open and punch it right away. Favorite thing about getting a new board game is punching out all the pieces from the sheets of tokens, and so I do it as soon as I can. Number 20 is others that you would like to see do this tag. I don't have anyone in particular, but if you're seeing this, I tag you. If you're seeing this and make YouTube videos, I tag you. And if not, answer the questions in the comments if you feel like it, and we can discuss it there. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any board game suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for a new board game to play or to get, even though my collection is getting a little bit out of control, but we won't talk about that. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later days!